request you to join through your domain mail ID, because often I have to give admit to you. Students, is my screen is visible?
No, sir, not it.
What about now?
Yes, sir, screen is visible.
Okay. So I believe this is your subject code, and first few parts what we are going to see is introduction to networks. Okay. And myself, Naveen, I'm having 10 years of teaching experience, and I am new to this campus and to you also. Let's get into the subject. Even though SAR has taken a few, I don't want to skip all the things by saying already some faculty has taken. See guys, don't join through your personal mail ID. Then I will spend most of the time to admit you when you are going out and joining in. Join the class through your domain mail ID. I'm repeatedly saying more than 15 students are joining through your personal mail ID. All right. So let me start with the basics, guys. So first, what are the topics that we are going to see, right? So this is the summary what we are going to see about introduction to your computer networks. So first, we will see what about the application, that is uses of computer networks. Then we will see about types of computer networks. Then what is the network technology, from the scratch to why do I use? And then we will see some examples of networks. And then we will see some network protocols and reference models, standardization, and then some legal issues, right? Before getting into this, first, if you would like to say about computer networks, we are crossing several period. You call that as an era, right? So you call 10 years as a decade. So if you look into back of some 100 years or 200 years or 300 years, especially in past 3 centuries, right? Each and every century we do have some domination. For example, 3 centuries back, right? So we do have a huge revolution in terms of mechanical systems. We call that in terms of industry revolution. Am I correct? What we call that in terms of industrial revolution, right? So this industrial revolution happens because of so many things. For example, what we call due to change in mechanical systems, many things that has been developed through your mechanical things. So that what I call is 300 years back, that is in 18th century, a huge development has been happened in your mechanical system. So we call that as a revolution. That particular revolution I can quote as industrial revolution. So how could I quote it? I can quote that as your industrial revolution. So I think it's not quite visible. Yeah, industrial revolution. So if you look into that 19th century followed by your industrial revolution, we do have a huge support in transport. So what we call, we have places in terms of 19th century, many places being connected much easier. For example, even in India, you can see railway lines is being developed. Not only in India, most of the Asian countries, European countries, in order to connect peoples, in order to make things to move from one place to other place, we do have a huge breakthrough in your system. So we call that as a huge development is because of steam engine, right? That happens in terms of 19th century. And we may ask, sir, what is this? We have seen that in 18th and 19th century, I have the development of industrial revolution. then why particularly you are saying about transportation in 19th century? Of course, the development of mechanical happens for past 200 years, that is in 18th and 9th century. In 19th century, the only thing each and every country gets, it's only because of transportation, either in terms of ship or in terms of railways or in terms of air support. We don't travel much in 19th century. It was happen only in today, that is in 20th century. But only because of development in steam engine, we have our what do you say? We have our transportation in seas from one country to other. We have our transportation through your even hill stations, right? Even in India, during the British rule, we do have a huge transportation, right? So transportation main thing what we need each and every day, because even in this lockdown, you people have faced to know, you people have understand to come to know that. Okay, I just want to check whether I was in class. Okay, guys. So it's quite important, right? So that is what I can say. In 18th century is only industrial revolution, and 19th century is revolution in transportation, right? So that is why we do have a huge economy, right? A huge change in your people, customs, changes, everything. And in 20th century, that is this century, if you ask me what is the revolution that has been happening, right? So that revolution is called information technology, IT. What you people are studying, computer science people are studying now, is information technology is a revolution happening in today. And why we call this as a revolution? Because only few things we are actually happening. As previously I told, transportation and development of mechanical things, we do have huge setups. Now this is new to us. What is the thing? I want to transfer some information, okay? And then once the information receives, I need to process the information. And once I process the information, I need to distribute the information, right? So these are the three things I need to do, right? So first thing what I want to see is, suppose if I want to take this computer network class or the introduction to you, what I have to do is, first I have to take some textbooks and I have to study what are the things actually available, what are the textbooks, what are the reference book that is actually available, and I need to take some points. So what is called as gathering of information, right? Next, after collecting the information, I need to process the information. What is meant by process information? If you see over here, I have made some slides, right? So this is what processing. After first, what I have to say next, right? How the structure has to go on, as like a flow chart. You have a start button, you have a stop button. So this is what processing the information. And finally, I need to distribute it. If you look into the Google Classroom, I have already posted this PPT. What I was teaching to you today, it was already posted in your Google Classroom. So you can download it and you can view in your tab while I was teaching, right? No need to look into the my screen also. So this is what the key technology that was handling in 20th century, right? Apart from this, as I told, transportation in 19th century, what are the things that has been extended over here is a huge development in your telephone networks, right? So don't say, sir, what in mobile period you are speaking about telephone. Of course, that is a base, right? Even telephone was introduced in 19th century. That is a base in today, which you are actually, we are all connected. We are all being connected in terms of your Google Meet or WhatsApp, whatever it is, right? So how the technology that is your industrial revolution has been developed? It's coming over computer industry. But I think somebody's
Sir,
okay, right. So these are the things. Yeah, tell me that.
sir, your voice is breaking in
Hello.
between, sir.
Yeah, actually my net is actually breaking every now and then. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Now it's okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, after class, you just give some feedback. So next class, I will try to change my position, location where I'm sitting. I will try terrace rather than sitting in the room. Okay. Okay, guys. So the development or the growth in your industrial technology or your computers, right? So it was developed for your internet, because if there is not a huge development in internet, we don't have the usage of mobile phones this much to this much extent, or your laptop to this much extent, because we will be using all this laptop only for your what is application oriented, not for commercial usage. Only internet makes this era as a large one. And one more thing I would like to add, the launch of satellites, right? So why we need satellites? I need to transfer information, I need to communicate, right? So launching of communication satellites is a huge one, which connects all us in terms of your computer networks. So many things I have told in your 20th century, I will recall it again. I told we started with processing of information, because I told about information technology. Of course, computer science, ECE, electronics and communication, all falls under information technology only, right? So we started with gathering information, processing the information, and then distributing the information. And then I told you about the development of your networks. We started from radio, telephone, television, and then I told about internet. Because of this internet only, I can say this entire system is being developed to a large manner. And for the help of internet, the one and most important thing is your satellites, because if you want to connect to your mobile phone, you need your towers, right? So you have some alpha, beta, gamma, and you have some microwave antennas to connect one tower to nearby tower, and then you need OFC cables. And if you want to broadcast something, you need a satellite at your space. So I do require many things. Naveen NRS, again outside Sri Ishwar College of Engineering. Guys, please do join with your domain mail ID. It will be easy for me, so that I can take the class, you can join, and you can leave as easy, right? So what will happen is, because of this development in your industry, right, I do have a great difference in terms of everything. For example, you do have hundreds of offices. For example, if you say TCS is having more than 50 locations throughout the world. It is only because of this particular thing, because we do have a client in US. Similarly, a US based company may have a client in India. Only because of this development in your computer networks, that is your information technology, I do have this much differences in your systems, right? So as I told, these are the topics that we are going to see in your introduction part of your computer networks. So first we will see about your uses of computer networks, right? The first one is access to information, right? So before getting into this access to information, when I speak about industrial revolution, when I speak about the development of mechanical thing, I can say it was developed for a large period. And if you ask me, sir, we have reached the maximum of internet usage, we have used the maximum of computer networks. If you ask me that particular question, my simple answer would be no. Because I can say this current computer network technology is so young. Okay, this current technology is so young when compared to any other things. If you ask me, sir, what is that compared to any other thing means, you can compare with your mechanical things, or you can compare with your automobiles, or you can compare with your transportation. When you compare to all these fields, I can say this computer science, your group, that is your computing industry, is still young, and the technology is keep on updating. once 10 years, 15 years back, we do say it is best to know about embedded C. Right now, you are saying something like artificial intelligence, big data, right? Blockchain. So you don't have an end for it. Technology is keep on developing. So what we can say, this revolution, computer revolution or information technology revolution, is just a born baby. It is still young. So if you speak about from 2000 to 2010 and 2010 to 2020, that is past 2 decades. If you speak about the first 2 decades of this century, I have my computer system which is highly centralized. That is, you can see computers will be available only in industries, and that will be in an air conditioner room, will be full of glasses, and people will be looking into the rooms. For example, if you go for some what do you call institutions, right? They may have one computer labs or two computer labs, right? 20 years back, I'm not speaking about now. 20 years back, we may have one computer labs or two computer labs, and those computers will have complete air condition and it will be glass doors, and other than those department students, others and people with pure academicians will be using it previously, and they have roughly some 50 or 100 depends upon what is it, the organization or the institution application level they will keep. But what is it, we do have huge number of systems, powerful systems, right? I don't know how many of you are having your laptops in your hand, how many of you are using your mobile phones of cost of 40,000, 50,000, right? I can also call your mobiles as smart computers, right? Because you do write, you do type, you do prepare your PPT, and you are attending your classes, you're writing examinations, everything you are doing with your mobiles, right? So I can call that as smart computers, right? So the accumulation of these computers and what I call communications, what I mean, right? That's very important when I used to transfer the information. So the most important thing what we used to do is, previously I do have a computer system. That system will be replaced with some large number of computers that are being interconnected to do a particular job, right? Previously, if you go for any institution, you have one computer, each and every system is connected to each other. Now it is not like that. I do have a system, and that system is being connected to many other systems, right? Now all the systems are being interconnected, and each and every system is doing its own job, but together you are doing some greatest mission or vision. So these systems are called as computer networks, right? So this is what we call as computer networks. So computer network, it is a collection of interconnected what is a computing devices, right? So how we can say that our institution, Sri Ishwar College, is an autonomous institution. Similarly, we do have many autonomous institutions, right? But all these are interconnected to each other. What is the ultimate goal? We need to produce the students as an engineer, as a competitive engineer when you are going from the outside of the institution, right? So similar to that, each and every computer is a autonomous computing devices. It has to be interconnected. So the collection of interconnecting those autonomous computing devices is called as computer networks, right, guys? So what is simple definition of computer networks? It is the collection of interconnected autonomous computing devices. Right. Now, guys, is my voice audible?
Sir, sometimes
Hello?
it's breaking, sir.
Oh, okay. Sometimes are completely breaking down.
Sometimes, sir.
Guys, my screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So, as I told, computer networks. So, I told you two things. What are the two things I told you? Collection of interconnected, and second one is computing devices. That is autonomous computing devices. So if I say I want to speak about computer networks, definitely I need two computers, right? Minimum I need two computers to exchange the information, right? So next one is I can make interconnection, right? So interconnection, because if I'm speaking now to a nearby person, yes, the transmission media, so that it will taking my what we call waves to his eardrum, and it is conveying what I am trying to speak. Similarly, if I want to exchange some information, I need some transmission media. For example, the transmission media may be fiber optic cable, right, or older copper wire, or it may be some micro waves, or some what do you say, satellite waves or infrared waves, whatever it is, because now we are not using infrared waves. You are using advanced level Bluetooth or NFS, right? Previously, we do have transformation using infrared also when mobile has been used in the initial time, 15 years back. So we need some transmission media, that is must. Two computers, I need interconnection, I need some computing devices, and of course I need some transmission media. Now, if you speak about networks, so the networks will be in many available things. So that's what we are going to see today. The first one is your access to information. So what is this access to information? So this comes in many forms. So a very common method of accessing information, right? So what you people will look if you want to access something, what you people will go for, guys? Sir, if I want to search something, I will go here. Do you have anything as such? Guys, where will go access some information? The browser, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is my voice audible, or as you said, some feedback is not audible?
Sir,
It is
sometimes your
okay, sir.
voice
Audible,
breaks,
sir.
sir. Now it's okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to get some information, if you want to get some information, where you do go with you will go for, normally today the word is, okay, I think you are getting delayed, right? So now today's day, you are saying that if you want to search some information, every student is using one particular word called as Google, right? So I'm not using the word Google, rather I'm using the word called as web browser. Because if you want to access information, you are going to use your web browser. So that is what I understand, right? So using the web browser through internet, right? Using the web browser through your internet, you are accessing so many things from different websites, from social media sites, right? You are getting so many things. Nowadays, what you people are using? You are using your mobile application on your smartphones. What you people are using? You are using your mobile application on your smartphones. So you are trying to access some information in your remote, right? So the web browser and the internet, same thing. Nowadays, you are using a simple device called as mobile. With mobile, you are having so many apps, right? So through the app, you are accessing information. Why I want to say the difference between web browser, internet, and mobile means here also using same thing. For example, previously, if you are moving somewhere, you can't able to track where you are actually moving. Nowadays, just with the smartphone of 5,000 or 6,000, using one application called as WhatsApp, we can track where you are actually going. If you share the information, right, that is, I think, a live location through WhatsApp, right, wherever you are moving, the following person can able to follow you. If you are going in new routes, right, you don't know to access the location. So that is what actually possible. So that is what the difference between the previous web browser and today mobile applications. Because WhatsApp is a mobile application, right? That's what I speak of, right? So apart from this, we do have so many things in terms of your internet, that is way to access your information. For example, you can do your business. People are learning more in terms of cooking today only from internet. And if you want to access any government related details, for example, Aadhaar card or Form 16, tax paying, or if you want to apply your passport, right? Everything you are accessing information only through your internet, that is your mobile. You can't deny it. And health related applications. And apart from this, many things. I don't want to say everything. CricBus, right? In terms of sports or in terms of science, right? Wikipedia. You are learning many things from it. Apart from this, of course, even they are selling mobile phones with respect to games. What do you say? PUBG. For playing PUBG, somebody is buying mobile for 30,000. I'm not saying any false, but it's a true information, right? So for accessing information in all type of fields, right, from cooking, right, for what do you say, if you want to look into the screenshots of Mars, live location of your Earth, right? Yesterday we do have something happen in somewhere else. If you want to look into from everything, from your hobbies, from your sports, right, television channels, everything, you are using your mobile application, that is your internet and your web browser, right? Not only this information, if you get into your public official information, right? So previously, the one and only thing which we all people will depend is your news. Am I correct? Of course, north, east, west, and south. So we solely depend upon this particular person, that too only on morning of every day, to get the previous day information. Am I correct? So yesterday information you will be getting today. That is what happening so far in terms of newspapers, right? And then they drastically changed themselves from telecasting the information in your TV news channels or radio, right? So you will be getting morning information in afternoon or afternoon information in evening, like that it was traveling. But now, because of huge development in your computer networks and things like that, the access of information, even your news organization, has went to such a level, they can say everything in terms of live, Am I correct? You are seeing many things when a politician is being corrupted. You are getting their reaction, their status, direct telecasting from their home by sitting over here through your news channels, right? And if some celebrities involved in some scandals, for example, previous year, I think same date or 2 days before, one famous hero dead in Bollywood, right? So what happens in his flat in lockdown? We are watching from here, right? MS Dhoni character played by a Bollywood hero, right? So that and all, what is case? Celebrity scandals, right? And many things, right? Some floods happening somewhere else, right? Some earthquake and even some functions. Everything, the news channel is giving you live telecasting of those things. Of course, some people are getting affected because of this. Who is protection of papers is maybe get reduced, right? Because many are reaching. I don't know today how many people are reading newspapers. It's a good practice. Only because of forcing, people have the habit of reading it. But voluntarily, I don't know. If you practice it for 6 months, of course, you won't stop reading newspapers. But just saying, right? People are getting the information indirectly for accessing information through your social media. And I don't want to stop with this. That is your news channels or things like that. We do have, in terms of technical things, I do have several digital libraries. For example, 10 years back, if I want to access some information, when I was in Chennai, I need to go for Anna University and I need to go for library and I need to take some books, or they will have some username password and I can take some 10 references for a day, right? But now it is not like that. I do have many professional organizations and each and every institutions, right, have their own username password and they can download a number of articles, right? ACM or IEEE, we call it articles, right? So I think you are a student, you have some knowledge about articles, publications like that. So this is also a huge what do you call development in your access to information, right? For example, in terms of your education point of view, right? So we completed about what do you call? We completed about web browser. We completed about mobile application, news organization, online publications, and yes, we do have social media platforms. Before that, I would like to say you about a network that contains 2 clients, right? A network with 2 clients and 1 server, right? So this is a very simple client and server model, right? Because one side I do have a client, other side I do have a server. So I call this as a client server model. So this is very simple. So majority of the information, if I want to access from the internet, that I can access through this simple model, right? So what is the procedure of this particular model is, a client can make a request from this server. This server is actually in TV channels, somebody is posting some program, na? For example, Big Boss like Kamal. So here, this server is the host. So whatever any client needs, they have to make a request to the server. So the client server model, this particular one, is the base for everything. Majority of your network usage, it depends upon this particular case only. The most popular is your web page, Google Chrome or whatever browser you use, right? So what are the things that you are trying to search? Majority of the people are using HTTPS, right? That you will be studying later, and www dot, that is World Wide Web. So using this, you are trying to access some information from your server, right? So if you try to look into that your running programs, when you are communicating, or when you are interacting with your what do you call server mechanism, it will not be like a simple one, right? When your client is making a request to the network, let me show in the diagram, right? So when you here, you can see reply over here. The server has to make a reply. So till the reply comes, it has to wait. Okay, till the reply comes, it has to wait. So server, and then it will send the requested data and it will make the reply. So this is one simple process, okay, in terms of what do you call the client request, the server process, and this is called as client process. And in practical, we are getting everything in a very fast time, right? So in real time, everything is happen in a second. So that is why we are getting information as earlier as easier. Okay. Am I correct? You are typing something in Google. When you are typing itself, Google is responding to you. So that is all because of advanced level. But what I am saying, this is a base, right? Right. So this is one particular model, base model. So next particular model, what we try to from your 22 decades back, that is from I can have many individuals, but these individuals are trying to form a group. I can't call this as a group, unchained or unbonded group. Okay, so these are called as what? Unchained or unbonded group. So they try to communicate within themselves. So here there is no server, here there is no client, but people can able to communicate within themselves. So this is also called as a computer networks. Am I correct? Not only the previous thing, right? So this is also called as computer network. So now here, any particular system can act as a server, but that system needs higher range of CPU, not CPU, GPU, right? So it has to be a higher end, even when you are downloading something from torrent files. So that is all actually a very great example of your what do you call peer-to-peer system. 10 to 15 years back, 10 years back, we are downloading some information, movies and all from a torrent website, right? So that is purely based on your peer-to-peer system. If you are connected to internet, some XY will access your computer and will take your movie without your knowledge. Right? So this process can be repeated. You are seeing some 4 plus 4, 8 members or 9 members over here, right? So if you are extending this to some billions of people and billions of systems without a client server, this entire system can be exchanged, can be enlarged to form a database, right? So that we can able to make a central database with this particular information. So this is what called as what? Peer-to-peer system. What is the earlier thing we have seen? The earlier thing we have seen is your guys, is my voice audible? Okay, thanks for the response. Right, so the previous thing we have seen is your network with two clients and one server, and now we have seen as your peer-to-peer system. Okay, right. So I believe now you students can able to differentiate both the things, right? What is a server, what is a client, what is a network, and what is a peer-to-peer system? How network ideology is implemented in your peer-to-peer system. Okay, so one thing you keep in your mind, in a peer-to-peer system, there is no fixed clients and there is no fixed servers. This you have to keep in mind all the time, because if you have MCQ in your evaluation point of view, this question is having the chances of occurring, right? So in a peer-to-peer system, I will ask how many server, how many clients are possible. So answer is there is no fixed client, no fixed. All are act as a server, all will be acting as a clients. Okay. So next one is your person-to-person communication, right? So person-to-person communication means, as you have seen over here, the one and only thing comes in your mind. What we have started right in 19th century is your telephone, right? And then what you say, sir, after telephone, we started to come into email. Okay. So after email, right? So in email, of course, even today we are using millions, not millions, even several billion people are using throughout the world. And in email, we may have so many apps today: Google Doc, Google Classroom, right? In Zoho, particularly, they do have their own email, right? And in email, we are sending so many things, right? Not only texts, we are sending photographs, we are sending videos, right? Apart from your sensing things, sweetness, right, or good smell or bad smell, apart from these kind of sensings, we are sending everything through your email, right? So after email, what that has been people are interested is instant messaging. Am I correct? So after that email, we come to know of one important thing is called as what? Instant messaging. So what you have seen in instant messaging, you will say instant messaging means, sir, WhatsApp is instant messaging. Am I correct, sir? 100% is correct, right? But the source of this instant messaging started right in 1970. Where it has been started? Started in 1970, right? In your Unix. This may be asked, right? Please take a note of it. So in 1970, the Unix platform allowed two people to exchange information to each other in real time, right? This is very important. That is what we call the name called as instant messaging. So nowadays you are saying, sir, WhatsApp I'm using, Google Chat I'm using, etc. Whatever you have your applications in your mobile, but we have this origin in 1970 in Unix platform, right? So if you come down to this, right, Unix we started, as I told, right, one-to-one, right? One person can communicate with other person. One person want to communicate with many person. What is the example you will say? Sir, Twitter, some limited characters, 170 or 160. I'm not sure, right? So through your Twitter, today people are sending their idea to many persons, right? Even of course, apart from that, you can send some short video also possible, I think so, right? You can convey information to many person. In Unix, you are conveying to one person. In WhatsApp, you are conveying to one person. Through broadcast or group, you are conveying to other. Through Twitter, you are saying to many information. And next one, what happened today's case is your social network, right? So social network means, of course, you will start with Facebook, but I can start with very basic thing called as internet radio stations, right? And then we do have some music app called as Ghana, and today many things, Spotify, many things came, right? So they are all conveying information through audio, right? Through many persons. I think Ghana app or YouTube Music or your audio things, right? Music services, carrying many things. And today it was still extended. 10 years back, you called us YouTube, and 5 years back, we called us a Netflix, and now you are calling Amazon Prime. I'm not lying, right? Today, many people, right? At least 3 in 1 person or 10 in 1 person is having their Amazon Prime to watch some movies, especially in lockdown. They are downloading it, they are subscribing, and some service providers are giving free use for 30 days or 60 days. So many people are using Jio platform. Movies has been launched in mobile app. So you're sitting in your place and you are observing it, right? So these are all falls in person-to-person communication, right? And apart from this YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime, we can have our Facebook. You can add, and one more thing, what I can add is your Wikipedia. Am I right? So whatever information you need, you can able to edit. You can able to give the information to others. Wikipedia is a good platform in which many information you can collect from them, right? Free of cost. You need not pay a rupee, but you can get any information, whatever you want to type, whatever you want to search. You can get it from where? Wikipedia. Right, guys? I think I will continue this next class. Yeah, I will stop presenting. Shall I take attendance, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about the class, guys? Are you understanding something? Because I'm just saying something basics. I hope you are understanding, because basic is very important, guys. Whatever you say, sir, I have known this thing. I have known that, right? In unit 2, unit 3. If someone asks you what is the basic difference between peer-to-peer network and a client-server network, if you people cannot able to differentiate, then it will not be good. Wherever you go, whatever interview you attend, basics you have to be much stronger, right? Only if you are strong in basics, then we can say you can shine, or you can present yourself anywhere in a better manner, right, guys? Answer your attendance. Rengaraj.
Present, sir.
Okay. Renisha.
Yes, sir.
Rishi.
Present, sir.
Shivaradan.
Present, sir.
Richaya. Can I mark as absent?
Sir, Ritanya on duty, sir.
Okay, ma.
Sir,
Okay.
8 members are writing their re-exam, sir.
Oh, okay. You just say here who are. Otherwise, I will collect from madam. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ritik Raj. Okay. Viveka.
Sir, Vivek also writing the
Okay,
exam, sir.
Okay. Rohit. Rohit, yes. Roshan.
Present, sir.
Okay, sir. Mukund. Okay. Sabarinathan. Sam Jamil. Sanjay Kumar. Sanjay Kumar.